Hi friends, welcome to Taming Python series. In this video, we're going to talk about a topic called creating a folder in Python. So how do we create a folder in Python? So that's the topic. So it's pretty simple guys. You just use the function mkdir, which is also called makedir, make directory, or else you can use the function makedirs. So what's the difference between makedir and makedirs is basically in the makedir function it will not create intermediate folders if required for you, but makedirs function is pretty cool. It will create even the intermediate folders which are required to create a folder. So that's the difference between these two functions. So let's get started and try to create some folders. I'm taking a blank folder and I'm going to open it with Visual Studio Code. Alright, now I'm in my Visual Studio Code. I'll just create a new file. I'll just name it index.py. Alright, I've created a new file called index.py. Makedir and makedirs, these two functions are present inside the OS module. So I'll just import the OS module. I'll write import OS. Okay, now I imported the OS module. So let's try to create a folder within this folder which the index.py is present. So the folder is this one. So I'll just copy this path. I'll just write folder path equal to, it's a raw string because I have backslash characters in my string, so I will use a raw string so that I don't need to use double backslash in my string. So this is the folder where I am, and I want to create a folder called some folder. So this is the new folder which I want to create using the makedir function. So this is the folder path. This is the folder path which I desired to create, right? So I've got it in a string, so I'll just use os.mkdir, and here I will write the folder path which I want to create. So folder path, that's all. So now using this mkdir function I will create this folder path. I'll just print at the end just to know that our program is executed. I'll just write folder created. That's it guys. So let's try to run this and see what happens. Yeah, I've got my program has executed till the end. Now using os.mkdir and the folder path which you desire to create, you can see I've got a folder called some folder. So this is the folder which we have created using the os.mkdir function. Alright, that was cool, right? So now one more thing is, if you try to create a folder which is already present, you will be thrown an error. So let's take a demo of that. We already created this folder path, right? We already have a folder path called some folder. We created it just now. So let me try to run this program again. If I run this program again, you can see I've got an error, and the error reads like this: cannot create a file when the file already exists. So mkdir function throws an error if the folder is already present. So that's why we were presented with this error. One hack you can follow is basically use try except to escape this error. So I'll just write try, and in this try I'm going to write this, and in the except I'll write exception as this variable error, and here I'll just print this variable and error and show you that I have escaped the error. So you can use try except to escape that error of folder already present error. So I'll run this. You can see the error was printed, but my program is also executed, folder created. So that means what it's doing is it will try to create a folder, and if folder is already present, the exception is thrown and it will just print that error and it will proceed with the program. This is one hack which you can follow, but to handle this situation it is not a good way. We should use mkdir's function, makedirs function. So let's try to use the next function, that is makedirs function. So makedirs function has another advantage, which is it can create intermediate folders also. So suppose, let me try to explain you. Here in this create folder there is only one folder called some folder, but let me try to create a folder with nested folders which are required to be created. For example, here in create folder I will create some folder called folder1 backslash folder 2 backslash folder 3. That means I want to create a folder called folder 3, but it is present inside a folder called folder 1 and folder 2. That means in order to create a new folder called folder 3, I need to create these two intermediate folders also. This thing can be possible if you use os.makedirs function. So I'll use os.makedirs function to create this folder path, right? So let me try to run this. So here you can see, using os.makedirs function, I have created a folder with nested folders. So you know, you can see this folder 1, inside I've got folder 2, and inside I've got folder 3. That means Python automatically created the middle folders also for me. So this is possible if you use makedirs function. Okay, this was great, but let's try to talk about our exception issue which we got while using makedirs function. So you can see already we have created a folder called folder 3, and let me try to run this program again. You know, even if I use makedirs function, I am presented with the error, file exists error. So how can I escape this file exists error? You know, I can use a try catch, or else I can just write, there is an option exist okay, exist okay equal to true. If I write even option exist okay equal to true in the makedirs function, what it does is that it will escape the file exist error. That means if the file is already existed, it will just silently pass through, and it will not stop your program. But if the file is not, folder is not present, it will create the folder for you. This is our desired behavior. So I always recommend use this function. Let's try to run this program. I've saved it and I'm running it. You can see folder created. That means it is not catching that error. If the folder is already created, it will silently pass to the next line. So this is the desired behavior. This function is very handy in your you can use this function in your programs. All right, so guys, that was about creating a folder in Python. I have created a blog post on creating a folder in Python. You can go through this blog post and copy these code snippets to practice in your own computer. So that's it guys, hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.